Good afternoon. What's up? That time again. It's 1:21 in the afternoon on Monday. 104 degrees outside. Welcome, everybody. Alrighty. It's a hot one today. Feel it. Be right back, everybody. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Who's in here? Who's in here? Sandy, what's up? Welcome, PA, welcome. Yep, that time again. It's 103 degrees outside. Monday afternoon here in California. 1:23 afternoon. Alrighty. How's everybody today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're at. What's up, everybody? Yep. Welcome. I usually read the chat when I get to work. Usually on here for about 45 to 50 minutes. Welcome, everybody. Make sure if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you share out the live. Make sure you hit the notification all, that way you know when I come on live or put out a new video. Usually try to put out new videos at least once a day. Welcome. Check out my community tab. Check out all those amazing channels on there. Check out my channel list, my family and friends list. Check out all those amazing channels. Channels like James Guide, Iron Dog, Kurtwood, My Animal House, Derek's Reptiles. We also have KY Constrictors. We have TNT Balls. We have Mark the Spider Guy. We got Spider Mom. We have Sherry Matcat. And we got a bunch of other amazing channels. If I forgot any of them, go check out my community chat. There's a bunch of great channels on there. Sherry, different Sherry. Go check out Nitro Freak. Go check out all the other amazing channels on there, like Venus Martinez. Go check out She speaks English and Spanish. She's from Canada. Check out Tony Diecast. He does Hot Wheels. Go check out Zelda. He does Hot Wheels also, but he races them. Amazing channel. Go check out MDT. Excuse me, MDT. She's from the Philippines. Great supporter. Make sure you support everybody. Go check out the videos. Make sure you leave a comment. It's very important to leave a comment. Watch the video. Don't just go in there and click subscribe and don't watch anything. That's not helping, because YouTube is going to remove it, because it's like they think it's sub for sub. If you go in there, hit the notification bell, do all the right things, watch their stuff, leave a comment about the video. That way they know you're not a bot. Because I used to leave comments. I mean, I used to watch everybody's videos, and I would repeat myself too much. Pretty soon YouTube started, I was like, I would put a comment and it wouldn't allow it. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? You know, why is it not allowing me to leave a comment? It would say error, comment error. I'm like, what? It was because YouTube thought I was a bot, because I kept repeating the same thing. So I've been commenting but different things on every video, because after a certain amount of comments, if you repeat it over and over and over again, YouTube analytics, they'll block you. They'll make it, and it'll do it for a whole day, because I couldn't comment no matter what in anywhere, you know, until after the day. Then it would go away. I would be able to comment again, but I found that out, you know. So make sure you leave a comment, but make sure it's a good comment, talks about the video. Okay, there's the part where the internet kind of goes in and out, guys, so bear with me. We'll see how we do today. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. So make sure everybody is spreading the love, grow together. Yeah, if you go to these channels, they're like, oh, you know, give me money and I'll give you subscribers and watch hours. They might give you real subscribers and real watch hours, but these are channels that they don't watch your videos. They're basically there to give you subscribers, or they'll just give you watch hours for that time, and that's it. Then after that, you're not going to get any more help from them. So it's not worth it. You're going to be throwing away your money. It's like a quick fix to make you look good. Just like people that have likes, they put them on their lives or on their, you know. Sorry guys, I guess the internet wasn't connecting. There we go. So, you know, the live chat is going to tell you exactly how many real people they have in there, you know, because the speed that it's moving, you know, if that chat isn't moving real fast, and they say they have 100 and something, 200, 300 people supposedly in their chat, but they're not moving, that tells you, I mean, you only get 4 people on there chatting, you know, 5 people. I mean, look at the chat. Look at the names in the chat. If you only see the same people over and over and over again, they're not real. They're all those supposed people that they have in their chat that says right there, you know. And some channels, you know, I've been in some lives, you know, like James Guy, where all of a sudden his likes goes. That's why now he blocked the likes, so now you can't see how many likes. because some people have been playing with his channel. They've been putting fake likes on there. He doesn't want them, and he even says it. He's like, this isn't helping. This is just it's just you're just wasting your money because they paid for those. Somebody else paid for them, and they're trying to make it look bad. Where he like, you know what? And he tells you, hey, these aren't real. Even the same thing with views, or well, not views. Yeah, views too. They can pay for those too. So watch it. It's not worth it. And if you need subscribers in your channel, do shorts. Shorts are the best way to bring more traffic through your channel. Put videos that people will like, and they'll share it out. That's what you need. The more traffic through your channel, the more people. Hey, you know what? Let me go check out more of his videos. Maybe he has more stuff that I like. It's like I have videos of insects, spiders, tarantulas, a jumping spider that I have as a pet, and people, oh my God, they don't like spiders, but they still watch. They're amazing animals, well, arachnids, but and I always tell them, if you don't, and if they comment on there, I always tell them, hey, I have other videos. That's not the only kind of videos I have. I have other videos, vacation videos. I have videos of food that I've made, of die-cast cars, baseball cards. I'm gonna make more videos. Because I do collect baseball cards. I mean, I've collected a lot of things through my life. I'm 60 years old, and I've collected a lot of stuff. Records, vinyl records. Some people don't know what vinyl records are. All they know is CDs or cassettes. A lot of people don't know what 8-tracks are. 8-track also another thing. So people need to give channels a chance. Go check out. Go through the. I have now. I've been putting channel lists. Playlists of different things, so that way you can find things more easily. More the kind of videos that I have. I'm starting to separate stuff, so that way you don't have to go, because I have over 500. I believe I got over 500 videos now. So that way you don't have to go through every single video to find one. Makes it a little bit easier. I mean, you have to make it more easier for people, because sometimes people don't have the time. So that's why shorts works. Plus, YouTube is pushing shorts. YouTube is pushing all them shorts out. They're getting into, because I put out a short, I can easily get over 2,000 views on it. And I don't have 2,000 followers. There's not 2,000 people following me. I had about 800, but it goes up and goes down every day. I finally did hit 800, but you just have to keep working at it. It'll come. I'm in no hurry. I'm in for it just to have fun, share out nature, get people talking about it. There's a lot of people out there that are into other stuff, but then they're like, oh yeah, you know what? I remember, when I was a kid, we used to play with those. We used to play with those bugs. We used to collect them. We used to do this, that. You never know. Same thing, Hot Wheels. Everybody had Hot Wheels. Or dolls. Hey, dolls, porcelain dolls, different kind of dolls. There's all kinds of people out there. You just have to look. They're out there. You never know. You just have to try new things. There's a lot of channels out there, they're just they call themselves grow channels. I mean, they're good if they're helping your, getting your, if there's a lot of people in there. If you go to one of these grow channels and he's only got 10 people the whole day, 10 people, and it's the same 10 people, how are you going to grow, when there's only 10 people? You need to go to some channels, where there's a lot of traffic, that basically, while he's live, he's getting, over 300 people in his live. But, he's got 50 people, 60 people, maybe 100 people in the live. It depends on the day. Some days are better, but still, you have to look for some channels that are good, some channels that help you promote. Don't go to the channels that are asking you for money. Oh, give me money and I'll give you so many subscribers, so many this and that. I mean, come on. And they say they guarantee it. Guarantee. Well, guaranteed that you're probably going to get them, but is it a guarantee that you're going to keep them? Probably not. And what are you going to do? Are you going to get your money back? Probably not. Because he guaranteed you were going to get them. He never said you were going to keep them. That's the thing. What guarantee is it that he's giving you? It's kind of like when you get a guarantee of you buy something in the store. It's got a guarantee, but you got to read the guarantee. What is a guarantee? Is it a lifetime guarantee? It's a 30-day. What? And then what is it guarantee? Does it guarantee free replacement, or just parts, no labor, stuff like that? You need to read the fine print, as they say. So just check out all the channels. I have over 800 channels on my list. There's food channels, there's bloggers, gamers, fishing channels, magnet fishing channels. There's channels that have reptiles. There's channels that have insects. There's channels that have tarantulas. There's channels that have help you grow. There's channels that basically they just talk. There's just a channel for chatting. Different topics. There's karaoke channels. They're basically they sing. People get up there and sing, and they also promote your channel at the same time. But it's not boring. That's the thing. You have to look for something that interests you. Not everybody's going to have something that interests you. So that's why you have to try different things. And sometimes there's some people, you try to help them, and it's like, well, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Well, okay. You can lie to yourself all you like. It's like if you say, oh, the sky is blue. No, it's black. Well, if it's blue, it's blue. The world is round. No, it's flat. If you look on the internet, there's going to be a lot of people that say the earth is flat. And they say, oh, everything in the internet is true. Well, not necessarily. I could put something in the internet, and say it's true and get thousands of people to agree with me, but just because they agree with you doesn't mean it's reality. That's the way it is, and everything in life. It's just like relationships. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. You might make it to be a perfect relationship, but there's always problems. Relationships are never problem free. If somebody tells you that they have a perfect marriage and blah blah blah, they're lying to you, because there's no such thing. There is marriages that work together and make it a better place. They you know, they stay together, but they talk. They're going to have arguments, of course. Everybody's going to disagree, but there's got to be somebody. Somebody has to give in, even if they're right or wrong. Somebody has to give in. If you don't, you're never going to end the argument. Believe me. I know. I always gave in. Why? Because it's not worth it. You're gonna argue. You're not gonna change their mind. You know, it's just like people that go to church and pray for things. You know, you gotta be specific of what you're praying for, because then once you get it, then you know you're like, oh man, you know what do people do? Oh man, they're praying for rain. Then all of a sudden it rains and rains and rains. Everything gets flooded. Now they start complaining. Oh man, too much rain. Well, you didn't specify. You said you wanted rain. You got rain. You know, it's like that's the way it is. Sometimes you have to specify. It's like when you come home and your wife is mad at you and you don't even know why. But she's all like, you know. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. You know why I'm mad. It's like, no, I don't. And it just becomes an argument. It's like, look, I really don't know. If you want us to solve it, tell me what it is. And I'll tell you if I did it and if I didn't. You know, sometimes you didn't do anything, but somebody accused you of it because they want to break up your relationship, because they want to get in there, you know, they want to get into that relationship that you're having. They don't like that you have a better relationship that they're having. So what do? They go into they go in there trying to break up your relationship, because they figure, oh well, you know, I'm gonna mess up their relationship, you know, because they're not satisfied that you're happy and they're not. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I remember one time my wife, you know, she colored her hair, but didn't tell nobody. You know, she colored her hair. She became blonde. She was not she used to have dark brown hair or lighter brown hair, but she went completely blonde. And I was driving somewhere and she's sitting in the passenger seat, you know, and my sister-in-law sees us, doesn't stop us or anything. You know, she's passing by in a car. She said she sees a glimpse inside the car. You know, I have a blonde inside my car now. She knows her sister. She's not a blonde. She hasn't seen her as a blonde. You know, so what did she do? And I even told my wife, I go, hey, did you see that? That was your sister. She goes, yeah. We're gonna get a phone call. You know, you're probably gonna get a phone call that she's gonna want to talk to you, and she's gonna say that I was fooling around, even without seeing the truth. She's already accusing me. So yeah, later that afternoon, phone rings. Hey, she asked for my wife. Is my sister there? Yeah. Oh, I need to talk to her. Oh, okay. Hand to the phone. I tell my wife, you know what's coming up? Yep. Oh, well, you know, I saw I saw it. Your husband. He was such and such a place, and yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. And there was a blonde in his car. And she's all like, really? Oh man. She's all in. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to him, find out who it was. She like tells her sister this, and then but right before she hangs up, she tells her, "Well, that blonde was me. I was in the car. We saw you." So that's the way it is. Even your own relatives, they'll accuse you of stuff, or you get accused by a crazy woman. Like I was saying the other day, I used to go buy fish. I would go buy fish at a fish store. And there was a girl there, I'd say hello and hey, what kind of fish do you have? What's good, what's easy, that's not, difficult fish. They don't, that deal, can be with other fish. I only had like a little 10-gallon tank, so I was only, getting a couple fish, And then all of a sudden, and I was never alone in there. That's the thing, because I always had my son with me, my older son. He was about 8 years old at the time. And, all of a sudden, I get accused that some fish lady is having an affair with me. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, that she says that you guys have been dating for months and blah, blah, blah. What? She's fucking, I go, you know what? She's damn crazy. She's crazy. She's talking out of her head, out of her ass. I said, it's like, but she believed it. So now, it's like, oh wow, now I'm getting accusations, from that, and I'm like, oh man, So then I ended up having to stop going to that fish store. It was a good fish store, but it's like now I can't go there. Why? Because a crazy lady works there. So that happens sometimes. You get crazy people talking nonsense. So, I got accused all kinds of times. And I was fooling around, and I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, well, introduce me to them so I can see who they are. Like where are they? Who are these people that supposedly that I am dating? That I've been going out for months. But yeah, it does happen. But then you do get people that fool around. I don't understand why some guys do that. It's always, it's so stupid because you're gonna get caught. It's like, I'm not gonna, oh shoot, we got road work up ahead. Let's see, road closed up ahead. Detour. Okay. Not where I'm going. It's not closed. Yeah. So you have to talk to your wife or your husband. A lot of people get hit on when they go. I don't know because I've never gone to gyms. I've always exercised. At home. But you always see these videos of guys going to the gym, girls going to the gym, or you hear people talking about it. Oh, so and so's hitting on me. And then they end up having a fling with the guy at the gym or the girl at the gym. Why? You're married. then I guess you're married. Your marriage is fake. In other words, you don't you don't care about breaking up your marriage. I mean, if you have kids, you gotta what's gonna happen to the kids? Now they're gonna she's gonna find out. Your husband or wife are gonna find out. No matter how good you try to hide it, people are going to find out because there's always somebody's gonna call. They're gonna do it. They're gonna, when you call them on your phone or you talk to them, what's gonna happen? They're gonna call, and your wife's gonna find out. Your girlfriend's gonna find out. Your husband, because it never stays hidden. You're living in a fantasy world if you think that you're gonna get away with it. It always, there could be people that put up with it for their lives. My mom put up with it. My mother-in-law put up with it. My sister-in-law put up with it. Everybody puts up with it. They stay together because of the kids. Yeah, but then what are you teaching your kids? You're teaching your kids not to trust a man, not to trust a woman, especially because you're always going to tell the kids, oh yeah, your dad is this. Your mom is this, the B word, the C word, but yet she was the love of your life when you met. It was the honeymoon, the honeymoon time. Everything was perfect. You didn't burp in front of her. You didn't fart in front of her. As they say, the magic is gone once you start farting in front of them. It's funny, but it's true. But, it's like the thing is you have to keep it, just like everything, you have to work on your relationship. Maybe it's because you're not spending enough time. You're spending too much time on YouTube or social media. And the thing is, you have to see what the person likes. If you're into that's another thing. You have a girlfriend and you're trying to see, okay, is she a keeper? Well, if you're into snakes or if you're into tarantulas, is she going to be into that same stuff? That's the thing. If you like drinking, does she like drinking? If you like smoking, the thing is, you can hide smoking, the breath mints and all this. Your breath is going to stink like tobacco. Believe me, I've dated a person that was a smoker. No matter what they did, they still tasted the tobacco in their mouth. I mean, come on. It's like, come on. You can hide it with mouthwash and breath mints and this and that. Even your clothes gets penetrated when you smoke. The thing is, you're going to have to, are you going to be able to live with that person smoking all the time? My grandfather was a smoker. She was allergic to the cigarette. Her throat would get, she'd start getting like sore throats and stuff like that. My grandfather was never allowed to smoke in the house. He'd have to go outside. He used to roll his own cigarettes. Prince Albert in a can. He used to make his own cigarettes. My grandfather would smoke. He ended up with his lungs. He couldn't breathe. My grandfather would have to sit up in bed to sleep. He could never lay down. If he would lay down, he couldn't breathe. So I remember my grandfather. He would put a pillow against the headboard, and he would sleep sitting up. all, I mean, as long as I've known, you know, my grandfather was that way. He would always sleep sitting up for years, some 20 something years. You know, he died in his 70s. He got gangrene in one of his toes, and then he ended up in the hospital. They ended up cutting off his leg because the gangrene started going up further. So they cut his leg off up at the knee, and then the gangrene got into his blood system. It's basically gangrene is poison. So they ended up, he was in those hospitals. That's another thing. You don't want to put somebody in a hospital. Those supposedly hospitals that take care of you, they don't. My grandfather was in a hospital, but they don't take care of you 24/7. Even the ones that take care of you 24/7, believe me, they don't take care of you. They have somebody in the station, and yeah, if you push a button, they go see if they're not busy with somebody else. They don't have somebody sitting next to you. You would think, well, 24/7 care means somebody's sitting in the same room with him, watching them, make sure they're okay. Nope, not true. Other old people's home, as they call them, they only have 8 hours, and basically not even 8 hours. Like I forget how many hours that they said, and basically it's just checking vitals. Maybe getting them up to the bathroom, maybe not. When I went to go visit my grandfather, there was a guy next to him. He was in a bed next to him. This poor guy wouldn't even, he would be shitting himself, peeing himself. Nobody visited him. We were always visiting my grandfather. Somebody was always there day and night, staying with my grandfather. In the other room, in the same room with him was the other guy. We would be there. They'd bring my grandfather food. We'd help him eat. He could still eat and feed himself, but the guy next to him, he couldn't even move. So they would put the food there on the table and then go away. Nobody would come in and say, oh, you want me to feed you? And feed them. They don't have time. They don't have the staffing. So basically that guy would be laying there in his own filth, in his own pee, his own shit, not even getting fed. They'd come by, oh, you didn't want your food. They'd take it away, throw it in the trash. That's the way it was. And then my grandfather, he was there. He was there not too long. I mean, gangrene was attacking his body. It's kind of like cancer. And pretty soon the doctors were saying that he had gangrene in the other leg, and it was starting to move up his leg also. And they were saying that they were going to cut off the other leg, but they said, no, you know what, we don't, because they said if he dies, we want to have something to bury. I mean, come on. We're going to chop him off, keep chopping until there's nothing left. Like diabetic people, that's what happens sometimes. I met a guy in the hospital, same thing. They were chopping his toes off because of diabetes. And then they chopped off half of his foot. And then pretty soon they kept going and going. I mean, being diabetic is bad. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take your medications, man. It's all in the diet too. Sometimes it's in your genes, passed on from generation to generation, but not all the time. And so my grandfather, he was there. I remember he was there during Christmas. It was gonna be Christmas time. Santa was coming. Visit all the patients. We were there, and my grandfather, he's all like, "Hey, you know what? You want to talk to Santa? Come here." He's calling Santa over. So Santa came over and talked to my grandfather, and my grandfather told him, what he wanted for Christmas. So we went and asked Santa, "Hey, so what did he ask for?" And my grandfather asked for a pack of cigarettes because since he was in the hospital, he wasn't allowed to smoke anymore. So they took the cigarettes away from him. But yeah, so he was. But then he got to the point where he didn't even know who people were. My dad would come, and my aunt, which was my dad's brothers, my two sisters, would come and visit, and he wouldn't know who they were. So his health was getting worse and worse, and then he would come in, and then he goes, hey, last night some dogs came and they chewed off my leg. He would say that some dogs came and chewed off his leg. He would have, I guess he was having dreams that dogs came and bit his leg off. And we tell him, no, that's not what happened. And so, and I was at the time I was in my, I think I was like 13, 14 years old, I think. And, I went home and I asked God, I said, God, you need to take him because he was suffering. Sometimes it's that time. You need to let go. You need to let go of your loved ones. Even though it's hard, but it's better. You're letting them suffer. They're suffering. They're feeling all this pain. Their mind isn't there anymore. They don't even know. They're just keeping them alive. There's no sense in letting them suffer. So, like about less than a week, God did take him. He rested. His suffering stopped, and we buried him. It was sad for a bit, but then, you just got to remember the good times when he was alive. You still have him in your heart. You talk about him, and if it was a good grandfather, he taught you stuff, taught you how to build stuff or how to go fishing or how to ride a bike or different things. My grandmother also, she was always in the kitchen. She always baking, always cooking, making cakes, making breads, making all kinds of different pastries, Mexican pastries, donuts, tamales. She used to even make wedding cakes. She used to decorate them with flowers and all kinds of sugar ornaments. She used to make cakes for like baby showers or birthdays. I mean, she made a cake for like a Snoopy, with the peanuts, the dog. She made a house and then put the dog on top. There's always somebody that can teach you something. Ask you need to ask your grandma, grandfather. People don't talk to their parents or their grandparents. It's like sometimes parents are mad at their grandparents and they don't want their kids around them. Why? Just because you had a bad relationship with your parents? You never know. Maybe your kids will have a good relationship with them. Don't deprive them of something they might learn from them. Now, if they teach your kids hate, I mean, come on, that's not good. But you never know. Grandparents are different. They're different with their grandkids than with their real kids. I know my father-in-law. Oh, he loved his grandkids, but once their kids got to a certain age, hate them. Talks bad about them or something. It's like that. You have to talk to your. I mean, my grandmother, she would teach you anything. You want to learn how to sew. She used to take care of foster kids. One time in high school, we had home economics. It was a class where you learn how to cook, how to sew, how to how to bake. It was for guys and girls. I mean, there's no reason why a guy shouldn't learn how to cook. Chefs make a lot of money. I mean, come on. Look at Gordon Ramsay, man. Guy's rich. Look at all these guys that you know cook food. They make a lot of money. It's like if that's what they like. My grandmother used to teach everybody. Whatever you want to learn something. I mean, crocheting with two needles, with one needle, all kinds of different things, man. Let's see who was in here. Sandy's live. What's up? PA was in here. Let's see who else. Who else was in here? Andy, PA. Emma, welcome, Bud. Phil, what's up? Magnificent. What's up? Welcome. Treasure Woman, what's up? Welcome. Latina. What's up, Latina? Welcome. Buenos dias, noches, buenos tardes, depending wherever it is. What's up? Yeah, so go talk to your grandparents, man. If they're still alive, enjoy them while you can. All my grandparents are dead now, both on my dad's side and my mom's side. My grandma and my grandfather, they died in their 70s. My grandfather died much, he was in his 60s, I think. My mom's mom, she was in her 60s also. She passed away. But they have so much knowledge, and if you have a great grandma, that's even more. I mean, if they were in the war, if they were, they grew their own food, learn from them, talk to them, the stories. Don't let the stories die. It's history. It's your family history. People, the thing about other nationalities, there's African American, there's Asians, there's Mexicans, there's European, German, from different countries, and there's different people that they're religious, and then they use the Bible and they write everything down in a Bible. The birth, so and so was born in such and such a date, and blah, and that Bible, they keep that Bible and they pass it on to the next grandkids. I remember my grandmother when she was alive. Everybody on Thanksgiving would come to our house. Everybody would, everybody was there. They would talk and hey, this and that. Have a good time. Thanksgiving. Nowadays, nobody spends any time with the grandmas or grandpa. It's like we don't have time. We have a busy life. The vacation time is get away. I don't want to go on vacation. Go visit relatives. Sometimes you should, because you don't know how long they're gonna be around. I mean, look at my wife. My wife is 57. She's gonna be 58. She had a stroke. She lost her sight. Luckily, that's all she lost. Everything else works fine, but now she can't see. Now she can't enjoy her grandkid.
She can feel him, but you can't enjoy seeing him. She was able to, when he was born, we visited him a couple of times, but then all this thing happened. He couldn't go visit. You know, I think we've seen him in real life. He's 2.5 years old. We've seen him maybe 5 times in those 2.5 years. I mean, I think he's gonna be in kindergarten by the time we really see him again, I guess. I don't know, but I don't think so. I'm gonna be working less next year, hopefully. God willing, I nothing happens to nobody, you know, but that's the thing. We have to go visit our relatives. Go hug them and tell them you love them. As Key says, that's the one thing he regrets. He can't say he loves his mom anymore. Because she passed when he was, and he's not that old. So you never know, man. So thanks everybody for coming in. What's up? Buenas tardes. Yep. So thank you, everybody. Have a good one. God bless everybody. Till next time. Bye.